Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another commentary. Like I said before in my commentary for the first Spider-Man, this is for Nick Rosencrantz, who sent in a very generous donation to my PayPal. He requested both commentaries and reviews for all three of these Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. So, very generous of him to do so. If anyone's ever willing to do that, I'll put my PayPal link down below. Feel free. If not, no worries. But I'm probably going to I'll probably put all the commentaries up first and then put all the reviews up. If I try to put them all in one day, it'd probably be a bit too much. I don't know. But now we're getting to Spider-Man 2, which I remember liking more than the first one. Of the Sam Raimi films, I remember this one I could deal with because of the action and Alfred Molina's performance as Doc Ock and some of the direction. But, you know, we'll get to that. So let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Alright. And if you're wondering, I'm doing all three of these the same night, so don't be surprised by Spider-Man 3 if I go apeshit, because I hate Spider-Man 3. So I'm probably gonna go crazy on that one. But I do remember a lot of people liking this one. I think most people consider this the best Spider-Man film, which I can understand why. I'm not a Tobey Maguire fan. I'm sorry. He's one of the things I like the least in these movies, and he's the guy playing the title character. I do like the way these opening titles are set up with some of the comic book artwork. The comic book artwork of like James Franco there, that's pretty cool. I think in the third one is just lazy. It's just literal doing the similar theme, but it's just literal scenes from the movies. Here at least, okay, scene sequences, but in a comic book art style. Some creativity with it. I can understand that. But of course, the kiss. Again, this music is not the worst thing. I just don't think it's as iconic as some people think it is. That's just my opinion. Just my own thought process on it. But yeah, I will commend it. There's some nice artwork on here, comic book artwork. Very nicely done drawings. And they pretty much do sum up the story of the first film. There's not much to say. It just pretty much speaks for itself. Just by the end he left because I didn't want to put people in danger, but then by the end of this film they're together, so it kind of makes it fucking pointless. But hey, just saying. Isn't he like a pizza delivery boy? Yeah. I mean, I get the idea to make him a pizza delivery guy because, you know, that's a job that anyone could relate to. And hey, Spider-Man, the normal everyday man quality, give him a job that a regular person would have. But at the same time, it just, oh, it does look weird when it gets to Spider-Man actually delivering the pizzas on that front. This weird thing Sam Raimi does in all these movies where he just cuts to random people. It's like, whoa, that guy stole that. Again, I mentioned this in my commentary for the first one. I think Sam Raimi really tried to put a lot into... He really tried to take a lot from the first Superman movie. And that's Scott Spiegel, the writer of Evil Dead 2, the director of Intruder. That guy right there is Scott Spiegel. Yeah, and he then takes the last slice of pizza. Yep, that again, Scott Spiegel, writer of Evil Dead 2. But what was I saying before? Oh, they cut these random people. He must have took a lot of inspiration from the first Superman and loved the scene with, whoa, that's a fly suit, man. Because like every movie, you just have random people going, oh my god, look at that. Wow, he stole that guy's pizzas. Oh my god, look at that. It's like, we don't need their commentary. I don't give a shit. A random schmo 1, nobody 2, who's that 3, fuck it 4. Is that really a thing that pizza places do? Well, I guess they're probably are still around. I've heard that before. Never mind. But I mean, they don't do that with Pizza Hut or Domino's. But they got a shitload of Dr. Pepper back there. I just noticed that. A shitload of Dr. Pepper. Sorry, I'm watching J.K. Simmons. He does a great job in these 3 movies. And J.K. Simmons was the perfect choice for this. He has that energy, fiery personality. He really seemed like he brought life to the character from the page to the screen. When I imagine J. Jonah Jameson, I do picture this. So J.K. Simmons does a great job on that. And then you got Ted Raimi. Ted Raimi he doesn't have a lot to do, but it's always nice to see Ted Raimi. I will say, compared to the other Spider-Man films, the first one and the third one, at least this is establishing that this is a guy with normal problems. I mean, he can't keep a job. He's doing the best that he can. He has issues with school. That's something I saw and read a lot in the comic books growing up. I would say maybe the reason Spider-Man 2 worked out better than the others is, you get the origin out of the way, so it doesn't feel like two separate movies. The third film feels like 18 movies. This one, it does feel like one movie. The character has issues. He's doing the best that he can. School problems, money problems, work problems. He's trying to do the best that he can as a hero. I do think it was a bit too soon for him to give up the suit. Like, to give up. I thought it's only the second film and he's going to give it up already. Yeah, I just thought that was a bit out, I didn't care for that story point. But still, I like James Franco. Honestly, I wish he would played Spider-Man, not Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire does seem still that dopey Taylor type of character. No. Fucking dopey. The lady who plays Aunt May, she does a good job. Can't really complain much about her. I like James Franco as an actor. I liked him in The Pineapple Express, The Disaster Artist, Your Highness. That's what it was called. But I mean, the writing is not great in these movies, to be perfectly, even in this one. I just don't care about Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. I'm sorry, I don't. You just said taking pictures of your friend. You just said that. Again. How many times are you going to say the same damn thing? Take your pictures of your friend? Then 2 minutes later, take your pictures of your friend. How many times are you going to say the same damn thing? How many times? Shit. And now Aunt May has problems. I would say of the three, this is the least infuriating. And yeah, the least for me to complain about. I remember liking Alfred Molina in this. Again, I think if you put Tom Holland into this role and not change anything, and put Emma Stone from The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Mary Jane, and change some of the dialogue, don't have some of the cringy stuff like it's silly. Maybe Sam Raimi got some of the rusty stuff off of the first one and was able to deal a little bit better with the emotion in this one. Like this scene here where the aunt is breaking down a little bit. Although Tobey Maguire, I didn't even do that on purpose, but he is Tobey Maguire in these movies. He cries so damn much. Cries more than I've seen in fucking funerals. I mean, goddamn. Yeah, you take out the trash. It is your trash. To be or not to be Maguire. He did fine in Pleasantville, but yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the actor. I can't help it, folks. Hate to say it, I almost want to say I like Andrew Garfield more than Tobey. There's just some people you don't like. And Tobey, just his voice, his mannerisms, the way he acts, his Spider-Man being the most piss poor wisecracking sumbitch in history, which that's essential part of Spider-Man. I don't know, man. Although to be fair, I don't remember Tom Holland wisecracking much as Spider-Man in the new films, so to be fair. At least in Far From Home, when he's in a Spider-Man suit, I don't remember it that much. But I guess I don't know, do they not like doing that or something? I mean, do you think that's against the cinema law? God, go watch John McClane and Die Hard movies if you need to learn how to fucking do it. Well, other than Die Hard 5, but the first 4 at least. Just fuck off, Kirsten Dunst. Talk about the character. Fuck off, Mary Jane. I'm seeing a boyfriend. Well, maybe more than that. God, just nothing about this seems Mary Jane to me. Like, Mary Jane's the type of person who would be like, hey, you hit the jackpot tighter, and you buy her saying that line of dialogue, and you buy her being a type that's like, hey, let's take some pictures, some personal pictures. And why do we need this character either? Like this guy who's like, what, a Russian? And then his daughter or something? Which they come back in the 3rd movie from what I remember. Like, why does this need to be in the film? Why do we need this? Is this, I guess, just to showcase he's past his rent as well? And that even though he's Spider-Man, he's living in this shitty place? Okay, I mean... You know, if I have to be honest... So far, this is a lot easier to watch than the first film. To be fair, I mean, to be fair. I mean, back in the day, I could see like Christian Slater being Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I could Michael J. Fox. I mean, Michael J. Fox would have been really cool. Like in the 80s, he did Spider-Man, and it was Michael J. Fox. That would have been great. I didn't James Franco I like more than I swear James Franco looked like Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man with the glasses and the suit. Now once again we got another sympathetic villain. Because Sam Raimi seems to be hard up on that. Like Sandman, even Willem Dafoe, where it's like, please don't tell Harry, and then this one here. I don't know why Sam Raimi needed to always have sympathetic villains in Spider-Man movies, but I'm like, you made Darkman. You need fucking Darkman. But at least with this, Alfred Molina does do a really good job. I mean, he does a much better job than Willem Dafoe did in the first film. And 100 times better than Topher Grace's dumbass in the third film. Thomas Haden Church, I remember not being bad in the third one. But Alfred Molina, like I say, he does do a good job in this. And he really helps this. That's the thing with this film. I remember the action scenes being better compared to the first. The pacing seems a bit better because of its focus on this one, like, more smoother going story. Again, the first film had to get the origin out of the way and then the Green Goblin. But here it seems like, okay, it's going one direction now that we've gotten it out of the way. Like, some of the rust has been taken off. And they got a much better villain. But again, just have someone else. Have James Franco be this guy. Just his fucking Dorkopolis, Dorkenstein face and demeanor. Obviously, Sam Raimi saw Spider-Man Peter Parker much different than I did. And just, the character is like a punchable character, or a character that's so uncool you would not want to fucking be around him. I don't mean cool as in he's the cool kid, cool, jock. I'm saying as when you read Spider-Man comics, you really liked Spider-Man, you appreciate, you could relate to him. Maybe have a beer with him or something. Here, even I'm like, this guy's too much of a fucking geek. I know he's supposed to be nerdy, but even then, it never improves. When you get to the third film and he's fucking dancing, goddamn bullshit. I don't know, what do you expect? You put your whites in with colors. What do you expect, dumbass? Oh yeah, we're coming up to when he's going to try to see the play and Bruce Campbell fucks it up. I remember they advertised it before this film. People would ask Bruce Campbell, are you in the movie? And he's like, yes, I am in the movie, and I defeat Spider-Man. I am the man who defeats Spider-Man. Of course, Bruce Campbell really meant, yeah, I stopped Peter Parker from entering and seeing the play, but again, just to fuck around with people. He's like, I defeat Spider-Man. It's like, no, Sam Raimi didn't want to hire you for any big roles, just these cameos. Which I could deal with the cameos in the first two, but I remember the third one where he's some French guy. Awful accent. He was annoying in the third one. I remember also in the third film, like at the beginning, everything was going well for him, and just, I don't know, like the total opposite of this. He does a flip and a spider pose, and no one can figure out that, hey, maybe he's Spider-Man. Wow, he did this flip that no one else could, and he does this that Spider-Man did, but no one saw. Let's put two and two together. Again, these random fucking people. It's a web. As if the audience is so stupid that they had to have put, oh yeah, lady, you gotta say it's a web. Because the audience would be too stupid enough to figure that out. And then, go Spidey, go. I don't need your commentary, lady. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't need your fucking commentary. I don't care about Mary Jane's Broadway shows. They do this in the third one too. I just don't care. Now we have Bruce Campbell's cameo. I like Bruce Campbell. I mean, I don't know about him as a person, but and acting. But it's sad that he didn't get any bigger actual roles. Dude, you're fucking Spider-Man. You can sneak into the fucking thing, I bet. You tell me there's no other places to sneak into it. Give me a fucking break. The worst part of this movie, not just Tobey Maguire, but just some of the fucking humor. Like this lady with the violin, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, that whatever I buy the get. Shut up, fuck. Or the one lady, oh, go Spider-Man, go. Who the fuck is that lady? Like Sam Raimi has to have these random fucking people be like, oh look, a web. Look over there. Gives a shit. Gives a flying fucking fucker not. Why are you sad, Peter Parker? You even said we can't. You left her in the first movie. Now you're already changing your fucking deal. Just stop seeing her. Alright, do the Superman thing. I would say the effects are a bit of an improvement compared to the first one. I don't really care for this whole subplot of him losing his powers and then I've like he like loses his powers because he's not believing in himself. How the fuck that works? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know how the fuck that works. I don't understand that. This is one bit of humor that I will say is probably the the most well done humor in all three movies. This is elevator scene. I mean, the other guy, I think his name is Hal Sparks, and he works well. I see the scene works. I think because honestly, this is like one of the few pieces of humor that seems natural, wisecracking, like smartass. I should say smartass. That's the word I'm looking for. Like the natural smartass delivery by Toby and during that scene. I'm like, okay, well, that smartass delivery and that natural way of expressing it should have been done a lot more. But instead, Sam Raimi went more for the cringeworthy, I'm gonna make it after. No, it's raindrops keep falling on my head. And then that freeze frame, which I'll get to. Oh, whatever, Mary Jane. Be a crybaby bitch too. Shallow fucking character. That's when Mary Jane in these movies is a shallow bitch upon a bitch upon a bitch. Just hang up the fucking thing if you don't want to talk to him. Sorry, I'm not saying much, but I guess I could look up any trivia for this. I mean, as much as I don't like the third one, as much as I have problems with this first one, I can say that this one is the least offensive, and yeah, I can watch it. This is not a film I rewatch much, just because I don't like the two leads. But it's Alfred Molina is really solid in this. I always remember Alfred Molina from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the beginning of that film. For those who don't know, the first Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. When Indiana Jones, the boulder before that, very poisonous, you know. Throw me the idol, I'll give you the whip. Give me the whip. Vacandius, you know. The asshole at the beginning that didn't throw Indy his whip and ran away with the idol and then Indy found him impaled. And a lot of people to this day still like this film, and I can understand it. There's many other films I would put above this. A lot of the Superman movies, Batman, Batman Returns. I would put Constantine, Blade, Blade 2, Captain America films. But when you compare it to the other Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, yeah, this definitely stands. I like the effects of these arms. And the effects on these arms are well done, I'll say that. I mean, Doc Ock, it's not like how he is in the comic. In the comic, he was definitely a lot less sympathetic than this. So I'm like, okay, you're making him sympathetic. But if it's done well, it's done well. And Alfred Molina really pulled it off. I gotta admit that. Just looking at the trivia, Tobey Maguire's participation was in doubt at one point because he was suffering severe back pains. Jake Gyllenhaal was lined up to play Spider-Man and has already begun preparation, but Maguire decided to take part after all. I honestly would like to have seen Jake Gyllenhaal play him, because I like him as an actor more than Tobey Maguire. And Jake Gyllenhaal was one of the best things about Spider-Man Far From Home as Mysterio, so I would have liked to have seen Jake Gyllenhaal play it. I would have been fine with it. Let's see. Danny Elfman, who did the film score for this and several other films by Sam Raimi, had some sort of falling out with the director during the course of this film, and has been quoted saying, "To see such a profound negative change in a human being was almost enough to make me feel like I didn't want to make films anymore." However, Raimi and Elfman reunited 9 years later for Oz the Great and Powerful. Tobey Maguire's agent asked for $25 million or 10% of the gross, whichever was better, and Columbia Pictures denied it. No shit, I wonder why. Oh shit. But sorry, I was laughing because James Franco was having like a tantrum. I do like the little... That was some decent direction, seeing the Glass kill this... The Glass killing Doc Ock's lady, the reflection on her face. I like that little piece of direction, visual direction. Also the shot of Spider-Man pulling the things out. I did. With all the criticisms I've said, Sam Raimi has some really good artistic directorial choices and visuals in these Spider-Man movies. Not really the third one, but like that scene I mentioned there. And then even the overhead shot of Spider-Man pulling the things out. It's well done. But yeah, James Franco, I think... I liked him as an actor. I think it's more the script that's an issue. Because he wasn't really given much to do here. And yeah, I don't think the script is the strong point in these movies. But it's the directorial visuals. The Spider-Man suit still looks cool, like it did in the first one. I would say this is one of the best directed scenes in the movie, because this scene really invokes the Evil Dead Sam Raimi. And I wish he had done a lot more of this. Like a lot more. I mean, there's some he does, but I don't know, I think a lot more scenes should have been, it is similarly energetic direction. You got these push-ins. Like, this is where you really get the Evil Dead horror vibe in the direction and the camera and the push-ins. Like her being pulled into the dark and scratching the floor, and even the push-in here with the the chainsaw, which is a nice touch. Which is strange, because he could have, all this stuff here he could have done for Venom, if you want to talk about horror, but no. Because obviously Sam Raimi didn't like Venom. He didn't want Venom to be in 3. But here, like, look at all this, all the energetic, creative, directorial choices in this one sequence alone. Having the point of view and the 4 split screens and the push-ins, push into the face, push into the chainsaw, use of shadows. Like, why didn't he do more of that? Well, I don't know if you needed that. The no, like Darth Vader. Yeah, don't know if you needed that, but just saying. See, looking a bit, the trivia, the original title for the second film was The Amazing Spider-Man. Shut up, computer. Okay, every day around the same time it does this stupid thing. There you go. Let's see. I'm looking at the trivia. Putting knives inside Doc Ock's tentacles was Sam Raimi's idea, and never featured in the comics. Raimi named it the Death Knife. The finale took 8 days to film. Let's see. Michael Chabon submitted a draft screenplay which featured a much younger Doc Ock who became infatuated with Mary Jane. And he's the creator of the genetically modified spider that bites Peter Parker. Producer Avi Arad rejected the screenplay because he didn't like the idea of another love triangle. Of another one, okay. Following the first film's record-breaking $115 million opening weekend, Sony assigned the sequel a budget of $200 million. Let's see. Composer Christopher Young was called in at the very last minute to restore this movie. Huh. All because of the whole Danny Elfman thing. Yeah. Approximately $54 million was spent on digital effects alone. See. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm just looking at the Michael Chabon's proposed script had several major changes from the final product which would have better explained certain plot points. Peter is still living with Harry, does not move into his own place until halfway through the film. Doc Ock is roughly the same age as Peter and wants to go on a date with Mary Jane. Peter losing his powers is not caused by a lack of confidence, but by Doc Ock giving him an inhibitor chip that slowly drains his powers out. Pretty much everyone says this is the best one. Well, yeah, that's understandable. Let's see. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this. Just give her the fucking toaster, you fucking prick. Fucking dumbass. Just give her the fucking poster. Be convenient that the same bank that Peter Parker goes to is the bank that Doc Ock robs. Again, it is a bit convenient that's the exact same bank. Just shoot. That cop, wasn't too confused to the point he said, "Put your arms up, all of them." Really be like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on here? I do enjoy the action sequences of this. The usage of the arms is well done to bring a little bit of variety. But then this stupid fucking losing the power shit. Oh, lack of confidence. Give me a fucking break. Definitely some well-staged action sequences. It's not confusing. You understand the geography of the scene. It's not horribly edited. Utilizing some of the acrobatics of Spider-Man. Him using his head a little bit too. Again, you have Alfred Molina playing a villain, doing a good job. He's not corny, hamming it up. I at least appreciate that. Again, what is up with some of these fucking extras that Sam Raimi has in these films? Like the one girl, like, that's the fucking girl. I get that she's being scared, but did you need... I'm not going to scream because I don't want to throw my fucking voice out. Like that girl probably did in that fucking movie. But I guess I'm trying to think, like, what is it that the action scenes in this work well, but yet the action sequences, say, in the third film do not? I don't know what it is. I guess just because the villain is just more interesting to me. I don't know, just something about it. It just seems better paced, better structured. And they're using a damn catapult for it. Ooh, nice shot, quick shot there of two women's titties from underneath. Thank you, Sam Raimi. Well, you got some money from it. Also, it taking place in the daytime, so it's not hard on the eyes. Again, edited well. Yeah, I'm not hating this film. So be it. It's not that bad of a movie. I think the first film's not that good, and the third film is a fucking train wreck. But this one's not that bad. And while he's at the ball taking pictures... Yeah, lens tap, man. I will be right back. I apologize. I just don't want to ruin the flow of it, but I'll be right back. Oh, right at the son of J. Jonah Jameson, who is an astronaut, that they could have utilized for the third movie, but from what I understand the trivia, they deemed it too expensive, and so I would cut it out, and we'll just have damn symbiote land conveniently right next to Peter fucking Parker. Oh yeah, because we need the scene where Gwen Stacy is almost killed by a crane, but not that part of it. That would have been kind of an important story point, but hey, what do I know? I've been reading poetry, whatever that means. Fuck you, bitch. The stuff that doesn't work for me is these two motherfuckers. I don't give a shit about your love story. I don't give a shit about your chemistry that you don't have. Mary Jane just comes off as a fucking bitch, nagging bitch. Fucking fire crotch. Suck my crotch, bitch. And then Dopey McDoperson, Toby McCryer. If this was Tom Holland and Emma Stone, Tom Holland from the new Spider-Man's, Emma Stone from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, her Gwen Stacy, with decent, dialogue, it would be a hell lot fucking better. That's like the worst part of the movie to me. But sadly, that's the two leads of the fucking movie, man. I mean, James Franco's not given much to work with script-wise, just the same shit over and over and over again. You like Spider-Man, you betray me. You take pictures of your buddy, but you betray me. You done, James Franco? You done? Why couldn't you be Spider-Man? Why couldn't you be Peter Parker? Why the fuck did Tobey Maguire have to be it? Fuck. And it's like, then why did you fucking... Anyway. So we're about halfway through. There's gonna be another one of those he loses his powers thing. Which in the second film, I didn't need to see that part. I would say that's the two weakest points of this film. The losing the power because lack of confidence subplot, which I didn't need. I'm sorry, I didn't need that in the movie. The whole I should quit Spider-Man, and then the whole, these two fucking leads. If there's a top three, also some of the cringy, well, yeah, I'll get that with the humor. Like the human elevator worked. People are like, well, why do you not like the losing the powers aspect? There's some comics that dealt with that. Well, you know what? There's also comics where he turned to an actual fucking spider, but do you want to see that in the movie too? Man Spider? But I mean, I guess they had the idea of something more for Spider-Man to go up against other than Doc Ock. That's self-confidence. But I don't know, I don't find it that interesting of a subplot. But that's just me. Okay, he's talking to a doctor. You want to talk to a fucking psychiatrist if you need this shit. I get that was part of the comments if I'm choosing, like, maybe I shouldn't be Spider-Man anymore. Uh, I, I understand that on a character front. I guess that was just a part of the story I was just never interested in even reading in the comics. I guess that's just a personal preference thing. I mean, I know that's the famous image that they showcase here, Spider-Man no more, having the costume in the trash, but I don't know, that was never the type of comics I read as Spider-Man. Especially when it's only the second film. Like, I can understand if you got to like a fourth, fifth film, and it's like, well, all the shit he went through, he's tired of it. But then when it's only the second film, for me, it's a bit too soon. It's not like, that'd be like the second issue of Spider-Man. He's like, fuck yeah, I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. Was that the case? Maybe it is, and I'm the fool. If that's the case, hey, I'm proved wrong, but they're just trying again. I wasn't kidding with how many times he fucking cries in these movies, man. Making Spider-Man such a fucking bitch. God fucking damn it, man. No more wire hangers. Yeah, I know. No more. I will be Spider-Man no more. This is where you get the shots. That's from the comics where he puts in the trash. He's going to walk away. Here's the shot right there. Yeah. Which I did try and do that for a story point. This is where you get the fucking humor, man. Raindrops keep falling on my fucking head. Yeah, and up my fucking ass with a fucking tuning fork. Okay, if you want to do this, do you need fucking raindrops to fall on my fucking head? Do you really need that shit? I don't know if you need that fucking shit. Yeah, this montage is going and going and going. Yeah, here it is, that freeze frame. What the fuck? Like, that fucking... Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Again, that humor, I don't know what Sam... Probably because he loves the 50, the original comics, big fan of... It's like I said before, he wants to make like a 50s sitcom, like a 50s movie, but with a 2002, 2004 aesthetic, visual aesthetic, and it's like, god damn, man. But I mean, god damn, man. I mean, it's just cringeworthy to me. Teardrops you fall on my head and free. Shit. And then we get more of the lovey-dovey stuff that I'm supposed to give a shit about. I guess a lot of people give a shit about, and I don't give a shit about. Because I don't give a shit about that guy. I don't give a shit about that girl. I don't give a shit about Dopey. I don't give a shit about Firecrotch. I don't give a fuck about either of them. They can both go up shit creek without a paddle for all I care. They can both get in a 69 tornado for all I care. They both can shove each other's heads up each other's assholes for all I care. They all can step into a fucking meat grinder for all I care. The characters, that is, not the actors' faults. But I don't give a fuck about either of these people. Punch me and bleed. People probably do want to punch you in the derpy face, but then you cry some more and drown us in your tears. Do you really hate Tobey Maguire that much? Not as a person, because I don't know him, but as an actor, yes, he's up there. I'm just not a fan of this guy. I mean, I looked at all the actors you could have gotten for this guy, and he would be at the bottom of the list. I mean, below him would be people like, what about Rob Schneider? What about... No, but it... Leonid... Yes... Michael J. Fox, if this was in the 80s. John Cusack, I would see more than this. Fucking a young Christian Slater. Various other stuff. But... You guys are a fucking idiot. You sold that suit for only $100? What a fucking moron. Oh, this guy who found the suit and the mask. You only sold it for $100? You're a fucking moron. Shut the fuck up with you and your violin. Please be quiet, fucking dick face. You can stop being a hero, but you can also deal with two guys who are literally 10 feet away from you. I mean, you could do both, asshole. I'm not gonna be a hero anymore, but if you're 10 feet away and there's, what's next? You're 3 feet away and there's someone ready to get hit by a truck. Oh, I'm not gonna move. Come on, man. There are fucking differences between, oh, I'm gonna chase a car 5 miles, heavily armed, 5-person crew with submachine guns, to, oh, there's 2 people beating up on a guy 10 feet away from me. Yeah, there's a difference. I keep talking about, this Aunt May, the actress who plays it. I think she does a good job. I want to get the actress's name because she deserves it. I do think. It's not against the law to want a fucking car. God, this character cries so goddamn fucking much. It's tiring after a while. It just fucking tiring after a while, man. I mean, I'll give you this, like, Sam Raimi has some good technical directorial choices, and he has the best costume of all the Spider-Mans. But man, I mean, even the other Spider-Mans don't cry as much of a bitch as this guy does. And that's like one of the, I know Tobey Maguire is a stupid joke I keep saying, but it fucking fits. It fucking fits, because he's always crying. Like every 20, 15 minutes, he's fucking bitching. Like he's missing his fucking tampons. Rosemary Harris is May Parker, and she does a good job. Rosemary Harris. Sorry, I was looking for her name. I'm just so tired of... Again, there's a lot to like, but God, I just so wish someone else played this fucking character. And also the way it's written, too. The way this character's written. I'm not going to put 100% on Tobey Maguire. I'm going to put a lot of it on it, though. But just goddamn, man. Goddamn. Sometimes we're like, Jesus Christ, enough is enough with this motherfucking crying in this motherfucking game. It's not a game, but I know. Oh, there's the butler. You know what? I have a feeling when I watch Spider-Man 3, I'm going to forget about this fucking character. And when I'm like, is this fucking character even in the movie? Because he appears so goddamn briefly. Mark my words, when I do the commentary for that, I'm going to forget about this fucking guy. I don't know, in this movie at least. I'd be like, was he even in the fucking movies? Mark my words, I'm going to do that. Because, again, he's sneezy, you miss him. Was it fucking T-Rex coming? No, it's Doc Ock, of course. Yeah, James Franco, I liked him as an actor. He's given nothing to do in this movie. Nothing to play off of. Nothing to, to play with character-wise. Alfred Molina, on the other hand, again, just does... Sorry I'm not saying much. I don't know what else to say. I mean... Now we gotta think, like, what came out in 2004? I'm curious. Oh yeah, I almost forget that he gets captured, and that's where you get the scene where James Franco's ready to stab his ass. Bit too late to say that now. Don't hurt Peter. Crime up 75%. That's a shitload. That is a shitload. Hey man, glad all these people died because of you. Good job, buddy. Let's see, we got Shrek 2, Spider-Man 2, The Passion of the Christ, The Incredibles, Day After Tomorrow, The Porn Supremacy, Shark Tale, Polar Express, National Treasure. Let's see, what came out in the summer? Which would have been this. In May, it was Van Helsing. That was a box office disappointment. A flop. Troy. Shrek 2. Day After Tomorrow. Soul Plane. Harry Potter film. Chronicles of Riddick. Garfield. Napoleon Dynamite. Dodgeball. White Chicks. Spider-Man 2 for the July 4th weekend. King Arthur, iRobot, Catwoman, Harold Kumar White Castle, The Village, Collateral, Suspect Zero, so yeah, I did see this in the theater because I was around 2003 and 2004. I was going to the theater almost every weekend because at that time I lived right near the theater. Well, I mean, maybe not every weekend, but a lot. Because I think I did see Chronicles of Riddick in theaters, the more I think about it. I saw AVP in theaters. That was disappointing as fuck. I saw iRobot in theaters. That was fun. I liked that. Collateral was a great movie to see in the theater. Because I didn't know much about it. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Might have seen Cellular in theaters. Which was really cool. He did save the kid, but, one person died. But yeah, you got some good movies that come out that year. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to read the script to see what to do next. Why do we need Pippi Longstocking here? Who gives a shit about this lady? Seriously. Not even sure why we need this character in the film. Okay, don't give him a chocolate cake and some milk. Are you gonna get some butt pie too, or butt cake as well? Pippi Longstocking? Or you don't use the... Never mind. Goose. Just take, you know, the little Pippi Longstocking, you know. Never mind. I mean, seems like a nice lady. I just don't know why she's in the fucking film. I guess maybe she likes Peter Parker? But it goes nowhere? So like, what's the point? I think she's in like one or so scenes in the third one that I remember. If I remember correctly. So like, what the fuck is the point of her? Aunt B, are my pies ready? Dopey Taylor's coming. Do. Sorry, anytime I didn't. To be or not to be McGuire just makes me think of fucking Opie. It's a Dopey Taylor. Yeah, Aunt May does you know, Rosemary Harris was her name. Definitely a good Aunt May. You know, I buy her more as Aunt May than Marissa Tomei and the new ones. Was there an Aunt May in the Amazing Spider-Man? No, yeah, wasn't it I forgot her fucking name already. Been forever since I've seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies, to be honest. Why should it be back? Sorry, I'm silent as I was listening to Aunt May give the whole speech about there's a hero. The speech about a hero, what a hero means. She did a really good job. That, you know, that piece of writing maybe because of her delivery of the... I enjoyed. Sorry I was silent for a while. You may be wondering, what the hell is this guy doing? But, I just assume that people watching this, they're just listening to this as a podcast or just watching the video. But, yeah, I did enjoy that bit. But, oh yeah, this is when he hurts himself. Yeah, I remember this. You think he's going to make it? And nope. You would think an easier way to do it would be to take off his glasses and see if he can see clearly. At least you would think. Granted, that would kill him without his powers, but I don't know. Then you would think that would kill him, but okay. And yeah, apparently he had bat problems. I mentioned that where Jake Gyllenhaal was going to play him. Maybe Jake Gyllenhaal would have made the movie a lot better. And even as it is, it's not that bad of a movie. The fuck is this guy? As James... That was a pal. You want to invite your photographer? I mean, and then she actually tries to recreate the upside down kiss with this guy. She's fruitier than a fucking cake. Fruitier than a fruitcake. Her mind is on the fucking moon. Fucking fire crotch. See, I think we got like half an hour left. Just for what I remember, you don't have an action scene here a little bit. Then the train scene. And then he's knocked out, and then Doc Ock takes him. And then James Franco going to try to stab him, and then you have the finale. Mary Jane, you just told him you didn't want anything to do with him. Now, why don't you make up your own fucking mind first, lady? Oh yeah, that's believable. I don't. I don't care about you two. You two can fuck off. But Sally, you're the two leads, even though you have no fucking chemistry. Yeah, you're not as bad as Padme and Anakin, but still. Or the people in fucking Twilight, but still. This is a pretty cool shot. And some pretty damn cool looking shot. Car going through the damn window, narrowly avoiding it. And this, I mean, tricks like that, like the each push in with each crunch on the ground. Like those little touches I appreciate. I really do appreciate that. She's a damsel in distress in every one of these fucking movies. Like, a movie could not go by without Mary Jane being a fucking damsel in distress by the end of it. And every single one of them. It's like, I gotta save Mary Jane, I gotta save Mary Jane, I gotta save Mary Jane. Fucking redundant as shit, man. Like, not just one story, but all three fucking movies? Like, there's nothing more creative they could do other than save Mary Jane, save Mary Jane, save Mary Jane. Like, give me a fucking break. It's not like every goddamn comic was, I gotta save Mary Jane this week. So J. Jonah Jameson finally called him a hero, and then how the fuck did a paper get out that soon if it's supposed to be by 3 o'clock today? That's pretty damn quick turnaround for a newspaper. I'll tell you that much. But whatever. At least Spider-Man does punch in this one. I don't know why they won't have Spider-Man punch in the new ones. So he did punch Doc Ock a couple times. At least there's that. The action scenes just seem a bit more interesting, a bit more, better pacing to it. And like I said, I like Alfred Molina's character. And here we go on the train sequence. Which I think is mentioned a lot because of utilizing the abilities of Spider-Man, being on the side of the train, things that like utilizes agility. Which definitely helps a lot. And good shots like that, passing through, well, I guess the catwalk. And then like fighting on the side of the train is pretty neat touch. I haven't had much to say. It's well done in sequence. I gotta admit that. And since he's not talking, at least I could just think of him as Spider-Man, not fucking Tobey Maguire. So maybe it's good that he doesn't talk a lot, if that's the case. Just visually, I just think of him as Spider-Man, so I just enjoy in that aspect. Maybe that's why the scenes I enjoy the most is the ones of just Spider-Man in the costume, because I could envision anybody in the costume, not fucking Toby. Knocked him the fuck out. And then we have the scene where at least if Spider-Man does stop it himself. In Homecoming, he needed the help of Iron Man when he's doing the ship. But of course, you gotta make it so that, oh yeah, you gotta take his fucking mask off. Of course. Now you know that, I'm sorry, with this amount of people, there would be people taking fucking pictures. And he would have no secret identity anymore. Let's be honest. Let's be perfectly honest. Even despite all that he did, there'd be a couple assholes. Probably the type that fucking go into supermarkets and lick ice creams or lick toilets. I'm sorry, I'm not saying much. I'm getting just into the situation. I mean, to be fair, this is a well done scene. To be perfectly fair. Again, for people who say I can't be fair on stuff, this is a well done sequence. The way it's edited, the way it's paced. Oh shit. And he does do it by himself. Again, he did not need Iron Man's help. I just wish he was a different actor. Again, if you had Tom Holland do the same thing. But then this is a bit, what do you call it? Cringeworthy, like, oh, okay, like religious thing or something, or I'm like, come on. Bit. Put it on pretty thick, ain't ya? And there would be someone taking fucking pictures. There'd be some couple assholes doing it. Let's be honest. Just check his fucking pulse. In this day and age, everyone will have their fucking phone out and be filming it. Let's be honest. Be like, it's alright. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, no one will know. Or it's already on YouTube. It's already on Facebook and Twitter about 852 times. So, yeah, I call a bunch of bullshit on this. Bullshit. But, yeah, I know it's his ideal version of New York. But there's assholes everywhere, not just in New York. There's assholes everywhere. And that guy's Joey Styles. No, not Joey Styles. Joey Diaz. That big guy there. His name is Joey Diaz. He's a comedian. Because Joey Diaz, I remember him. He was on Bobby Lee's podcast. I'm like, I didn't recognize that guy. That's fucking... Okay, his name's Joey Diaz. Yeah, stand-up comedian. He has a show on YouTube. Like a podcast on YouTube. Sorry I gotta do this again, but I'll be right back. Yeah, I know he finds out that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter to me because it'll lead to Spider-Man 3, which is a piece of fucking crap. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting to our finale now. sorry I'm not saying much. I don't know what else to say. Is that really a tremendous amount in this movie that get me too mad? Other than these two lead characters and some of the fucking humor. But again, as visual direction, aesthetics, like the costumes, Alfred Molina, action scenes. Oh shit. Get the fuck back in there. That's a pretty cool shot, that swing going into the warehouse. Pretty decent looking shot. And actually punches him. Look at that. See, you can have Spider-Man punch, Disney. Sony, you can have Spider-Man punch. I just saw it. He's punching the motherfucker. I don't know why they won't let Spider-Man punch anymore. Watch Spider-Man Homecoming and watch Far From Home. He doesn't punch one fucking time. I don't know why. He can punch. He punched there. But because this isn't Disney, it's Columbia. Which I can't believe I'm you know. But hey, you gotta be honest and not, you know, be fair. But at least Spider-Man's using some of his brains. At least his mask isn't off yet. I mean, it usually results in Spider-Man's mask being off, especially by the finale, but at least not yet. At least his mask is still on for now. That's a powerful fucking maddening. It's a nice practical where they use an actual real car sliding in that manner. Oh, I spoke too damn soon. Of course he takes off his fucking mask. Of course. This is why, you know, Sam Raimi wants to do these sympathetic villains. So he just sort of talks it out by the end. The Sandman at the end of the third one. Same thing with here. And I get the idea behind it, but I don't know, I can't help it. Just not as satisfying to me personally compared to the old classic knock you the fuck out or kill your ass. Hey, personal preference. But the same thing, Alfred Molina does play it off fairly well. But I kind of ran out of things to say. I'm sorry, Nick. Thank you once again for the donation to the channel for requesting 3 commenters. I know he also wants 3 reviews for these movies, so I'll probably upload the 3 commentaries, then have all the 3 reviews. Probably not in all one day. If I try to do them all one day, that might be a bit too much for people. I don't know, we'll see. I think pretty much Doc got pretty much killing himself. That's pretty much what's going to result in. Afterwards, Mary Jane sees him. Well, so much for height. Yeah. Yeah, you can move, Mary Jane. Means move your ass, Mary Jane. Stop fucking standing there with the doos. Fucking move your ass, MJ. Jesus Christ, stop fucking sitting there like bag of fucking rocks. Doc Ock is dead as fuck. I repeat, Doc Ock is dead as fuck. But as we're getting to the close of this, and then the next one is going to be Spider-Man 3. Oh my god, I'm going to lose my fucking mind during that one. But as we're in the closing moments, well, not yet. There's going to be probably like 10 more minutes or so. To be fair, after watching these again, I already know my thoughts on 3. I can't believe I'm saying this. To be fair, if you have to pick the best Spider-Man film, I'd have to say it's part 2, this one. After seeing all the Spider-Man movies, having reviews for all of them on the channel, well, pretty much all of them. If I have to be honest, as a whole, as a movie as a whole, I would say this is the best Spider-Man film. Not because I like Tobey Maguire. Not because I like Kirsten Dunst, because they're the 2 biggest flaws. But because of the villain, Alfred Molina, the aesthetics of utilizing the Spidey sense, the costume, the heroic moments, Aunt May, J. Jonah Jameson, all those attributes, the action fight sequences, Spider-Man being able to do stuff like fucking punch, the visual aesthetics of Sam Raimi's direction. Because that's the weird thing, is that when I could like Spider-Man Homecoming, for example, I go, I really like Tom Holland, I really like the villain, Michael Keaton, But I don't know, like the direction isn't really much to run home about. But yet the direction here is fairly solid. Again, on a visual front, direct action front. Like the director, Spider-Man Homecoming, although Far From Home was better than his action scenes. But I did that review, you already know my issues with Far From Home. I just didn't have as much humor as I remember compared to the first and third one. Didn't have as much of that shitty humor. There's still some in there. There's a couple that's actually witty, like the elevator scene. But again, it does have its flaws. The whole James Franco stuff. I like James Franco, but even though, oh yeah, Willem Dafoe back, I don't care. I wasn't a big fan of his performance in the first movie. I just didn't care for that. So like, I thought the James Franco stuff is a bit weak in this. But it does have a lot of merits to it. The speech Aunt May has about a hero. This seems like the pace was a bit smoother. I don't know, I mean, if I have to say, like, what is, this probably would be technically the best Spider-Man film, to be honest and fair. I can see why people would say that after watching it again. Does he, even when I've talked about it in the past, I always said, well, Spider-Man 2, yeah. 1 and 3, not so much. I think I've said that throughout the years, honestly. But I think we're finally into the finale. I mean, the closing of the movie. Does he have the wedding scene? You think she's going to get married, but no, she runs to Peter Parker. Dopey McCryer. But, here comes the fire crotch. Here comes the fire crotch. Does the drapes match the hair and vice versa? Here comes the fire crotch. Here comes the fire crotch. She left your ass and now you're a cock. She left your ass like shit on the grass. You are a fool. Goodbye, you fucking tool. And even Mary Jane is not as much of a bitchy character compared to the first and third one, especially the third one. But it's just, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of these two characters in these movies. So I don't give a shit about their story. I just don't. Maybe tolerable is the best word to describe it in this one compared to the first and third one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you can end it, movie. You can end it. But I know it's like, okay, you feel like the ending's going on a bit too long. Yeah, you can just end it. I would shut it off, even though it's not quite over, but that's not fair to Nick. So, I don't care. Shut up, lady. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. Don't give a shit, fire crotch. Yeah, save my life and end, movie. Come on. I just gave you some fucking praise, now you're pissing me off. Shut up and end already. Shut up and fucking end already, god damn it. Shit. Yeah, but at the beginning of the next one, she changed her fucking tune pretty damn quickly. Cause she ain't like that at the beginning of the next one. From what I fucking remember. There's gonna be an American flag at this one too. I'm just curious, is there gonna be an American flag on this one? Shitload of helicopters. Huh. Wow, they didn't do the American flag. I'm surprised in a good way. Did that was one's like, really? At the end of the first one, but they didn't even do that, so okay. It is like Sam Raimi kind of learned a couple lessons and then forgot them for the next one. Well, there's issues, yeah, but still. Well, there you go. That's the end of it. So, thank you once again, Nick. Sorry if the commentary wasn't much. And yeah, stay tuned for next time, because next time the video will probably be uploaded the same day. Is Spider-Man 3. A commentary on that. Pray for me. Fucking pray for me.